They've done studies, 60% of the time, it works every time.
Oh, if Jeremy Hill can hold on to a fucking football.
That doesn't make sense.
You're listening to the P&E Bengals Fan Podcast.
3, 2, 1.
Judy, bo booty, banana, fana, fo foodie, thief, fine, mo moody. Judy. Lana, fo banana, fana, fo fana, thief, fine, mo nana. Lana. Come on, everybody. I say now let's play a game. I bet you I can make
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Name Game, the game where Pete and I match wits every week to predict the winners of all the games to see who comes out on top. The prize? Bragging rights, of course. Go ahead, Pete. Give us the matchups for this week.
We start with week 1 here. I think we're going to start with Carolina at Denver. And we both feel like the Panthers are going to be pretty strong in this one.
I'm going with the Panthers. I don't care that they're playing in Denver. Rookie quarterbacks, whatever, first year, second year quarterbacks. It doesn't look like it's going to end well for Denver.
It sure doesn't. Not the first game. If they've got Carolina later in the year when they're more settled in, maybe. But this week 1, I think the Panthers are going to be just too strong. Plus, you got the emotions from the Panthers losing the Super Bowl, so they're going to be jacked up and smelling blood because they have this, basically a rookie playing quarterback. So it's going to be interesting. I think if I had to look at it, I'd say 28-7 Carolina. I'd say end up being something like that. So you ready to move on to Sunday's games?
Yep, let's do it.
Okay, the first one I have on my docket is an interesting one for both franchises. We're looking at the Buffalo Bills. Brandon Tate's new team, your favorite new squad.
Yeah.
Going to visit the Baltimore Ravens.
Ugh. Yeah, to hit us with a hard one right out of the gate, huh?
First of 3 squads. Right. The pick'em one right off the fence.
Go ahead, you go first.
Well, I mean, we have to test our football knowledge. So
I know you don't like Buffalo in general.
I think it's important for both franchises. Both franchises, obviously, Buffalo is trying to get up off the ground, if you will. Baltimore is a team that has been all the way off the ground, but in the last couple of years have kind of declined. But they feel strongly about their team this year. But then they do every year. So, being that they're a division opponent, obviously it's something I'd be keeping an eye on. But if I had to pick out of the two, Buffalo at Baltimore, I am going to say, oh boy, that's a tough one, isn't it? I'm going to say, if it was in Buffalo, it'd be a different story. Then I'd pick Buffalo all the way. But being in Baltimore,
So it sounds like you're going towards the Ravens.
I'm going to say Buffalo, actually.
All right, so I'm gonna go with you. I'm gonna say Buffalo because I want the Ravens to lose, and also I like Shady McCoy, and I like that their quarterback is a mobile quarterback. I think they'll bring it to the Ravens. Next,
I like it. Green Bay at Jacksonville. You go first on this one.
Ooh, I like me some Blake Bortles. But it's in Jacksonville, but I don't think they have the firepower to get with the Packers. I'm going with Green Bay.
I am going to go with you on that one. Jacksonville's up and coming, but Green Bay is there. I think they beat Jacksonville in Jacksonville. The next game at 1 p.m. on Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, if you will be a divisional game, which should be a good old slugfest. The San Diego Chargers are going to visit the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm going to go ahead and just go with the Chiefs on this one. I think their team is more well-rounded, and they're at home. I think it's an easy choice.
Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. I'm going with the Chiefs on this one. They're just consistent.
Yeah, they're very consistent, and they got a pretty solid squad. I think that's an easy one. The next game on the docket, we have the Oakland Raiders visiting the New Orleans Saints.
I think I'm going to go first on this one. I think the Saints are going to give them a wake-up call. Everybody is really hyped up on the Raiders, but Drew Brees is still Drew Brees, and I think he's got something to prove himself just with losing so many weapons in the past couple of years, and I think they're going to put it all together, show them what's what.
All right, well, we have our first game where we have different picks.
Oh.
I'm going to go with Oakland on this one, only because I'm with you. I think at some point Oakland will come down to earth. I just don't think it'll be the first game. I think they can get New Orleans. I just don't think New Orleans defensively is going to have enough, and I think Oakland just have just a little bit more defense than the Saints. So I'm going to say Oakland on the road.
Keep in mind, they're moving on from Rob Ryan.
No, I agree, but yeah, I don't know. But Oakland just seems like they're more well-rounded. They have more of a deeper roster. I think, with all that preseason hype, they're going to come out, beefed up, jumped up, and the indoor field that New Orleans has is going to allow Oakland to run their offense the way they want. And I think with just enough defense, they get by New Orleans. I'm going to say something like 24-21. The next game we have is, that's an interesting one. The Chicago Bears are going to go visit Houston in Texas.
Ugh. The Bears are just terrible. I mean, they seem like it. I don't know. I'm going to go with the Texans. They look like they're doing all the right things down there. I mean, Brock Osweiler, say what you want, but, man, even that rookie Will Fuller, they've been throwing it to him constantly in the preseason, and he's been delivering. I'm going with Texans.
I'm going to go with Texas, too. I just don't think Chicago's program is quite up to snuff with Houston. Although I think Houston has a lot more holes than people realize, just not enough for the Bears. Not enough for the Bears to expose. So I go with Texas. The next game will be the Cleveland Browns. You might as well just say I'll pick the other team. Is going to go visit, until I say this, the Philadelphia Eagles.
Who is their quarterback? Oh, they're starting the rookie.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to go with Browns. I'm going to give it to the Browns for an upset. I like it. I want to see Hugh Jackson come out there with RG3. They're going to be gunslinging it just to try to set people up, try to put people on their heels. I'm going with Browns in an upset. Probably not going to happen, but whatever.
All right. Well, it's going to be our second difference. I'm going to pick the Eagles. And believe me, I want to pick Cleveland for this one. And if it was in Cleveland, I'd say yes. But I say Philadelphia at home. Cleveland's going to find a way to fuck it up in Hugh Jackson's first game. It's just the way the Browns go. I think he'll get them turned around, but damn, dude, I really want to pick Cleveland. But I'm going to go with Philadelphia on that one. I just have the feeling they'll pull that off at home.
Fair enough.
Next game, Minnesota Vikings. Probably not Sam Bradford at helm. Going to see the Tennessee Titans, a team on the rise that people are saying.
At Tennessee. Go ahead. You want to go first?
I will. I think I'll take Tennessee. Minnesota's got a real strong squad. But with a decent quarterback situation going to Tennessee, they're supposed to have upgraded in a lot of areas. I see Tennessee beating that one at home, 17-15, something of that nature.
All right. I don't believe in Tennessee like that. I say with AP, you got to go with the Vikings. I mean, the Titans, they know he's their offense. But AP always finds a way to make it happen. I'm going with the Vikings. You can't stop them. You can only hope to contain them.
Well, I mean, I agree, but I just think Mariota and the run game they got. But I'm going to definitely stick with Tennessee on an upset on that one.
All right.
All right, our next game, still at 1 p.m., will be Tampa Bay Buccaneers at Atlanta.
That's a tough one for me.
That gets my Erskine. Ugh.
Yeah, that's a tough one for me. I mean, this one could go either way. And I don't even care about either of these teams. Jameis Winston.
It's so boring.
I don't believe in Jameis Winston. Everybody likes him. I guess they're good. Running back's good. I'm going to pick the Falcons. I think they're going to get off to a good start like they did last year. They went 5-0, and then they just tanked it down the rest of the season. But I'm going to say the Falcons going to have a good start again.
I'm going to say I agree with you 100%.
Cool.
Cincinnati at the New York Jets on 9/11 in New York. Oh, I'll go on this one. Bengals all day long.
Yeah, me too. Okay, let's move on.
Yep. Miami at Seattle. The Dolphins going to go visit Sea Chickens.
I'm going to go with the Seahawks. That's pretty easy for me. I don't believe in Ryan Tannehill like that, and I don't know what the Dolphins have to offer except Ndamukong Suh, and I don't know if he is doing anything down there right now. He can't do it alone.
I'll just say this: Seattle's hard to win.
Seattle, yeah.
In Seattle, Miami's not good enough.com. That's enough for that one. The next game at 4:25 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1:25 p.m. our time here on the West Coast. We have the interdivisional game, the Giants of New York playing at Dallas.
Rookie quarterback. I'm going with Giants.
I'm gonna go. Okay, Erskino's gonna go with the Giants. I'm going to say the rookie wins the first one at home.
Okay. I mean, they love their
More supported
Elliott.
by the running game.
Yeah.
If it was in New York, I would have picked it the other way. But being in Dallas, I think the kid's going to bring enough moxie to the game. All right, here's the game of the afternoon. The Detroit Lions at the Indianapolis Colts. Brr.
Don't hate. You love you some Andrew Luck.
Oh, man, come on now. I don't even want to talk about that guy after what he did to my fantasy league team last year.
You can start it off. Resurgence?
I
hear comeback player. I hear comeback player of the year.
For who?
For Andrew Luck. Comeback player of the year?
Possibly. He can definitely win it. He's got the talent. But I would have to say in this game, I'm going to go with Detroit, the road team. I just think Detroit has a better quarterback situation at the moment. I only say that because Luck is behind a line that you just can't trust yet. Indianapolis has no defense at all. Detroit does just enough to get out of there with a win.
I'm gonna go opposite on you. I'm gonna go with the Colts. It's at home. Andrew Luck he had a crappy year last year, and he wants to come out and prove himself. Colts at home.
All right, fair enough. Sunday night. Now we get into the meat of the story.
A Tom Brady-less Patriots.
The barn burner. You right? At Arizona. Well, until that game looked really good until you said Tom Brady-less. Now I'm like, damn, that game loses lots of luster. I'm going to go easy on this. I'm going to say without Tom Brady, Arizona wins this going away.
Yeah, and I'm going to say because I want the Patriots to lose, I'm going for Arizona as well.
Okay. Monday, September 12th, we have 2 games on, as is the new tradition here on NFL on week 1. The first one will be the Pittsburgh Steelers going to visit the NFC East defending champion, Washington Redskins.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a good matchup. You don't have Le'Veon Bell with the Steelers. And I'm actually going to go ahead and pick the Redskins in this one, only because I want them to – well, not only because I want them to win, but because the Steelers are going to have to find another way to score points because the Redskins now have Josh Norman, and he's going to be on Antonio Brown all game probably. Going Redskins.
That's a good matchup. Yeah, that's a good point right there because that's going to be juicy to watch.
You know that's going to be on.
I'm going to go with Pittsburgh. I'm going to go with Pittsburgh because I just don't really think Washington has got it all figured out yet, even though they won their division last year kind of by default because everybody was crappy. But Pittsburgh has big dreams this year, and they're going to play Washington tough. And on a Monday night game, Ben Roethlisberger, Kirk Cousins, I'll put my money on Ben Roethlisberger. So I'm going to pick Pittsburgh in that one. And then the last game of the week, we shouldn't even pick this one. Like we should be able to pick one game out of the whole season, not to even have to talk about, to be honest with you. But we're in week 1, and this one already almost takes the cake. The Los Angeles Rams at the San Francisco 49ers. Brr.
Go for it.
Overnight TV rating of 0.000006. That game, wow. Wow. You have the Rams, who are starting some quarterback that, no, I don't even know his name.
They're playing Case Kasem, or whatever his name is. Case
yeah,
Kasem.
that's what I'm saying. Case Keenum or whatever. Whatever. They're at San Francisco. San Francisco's at home, but no one really knows what Chip Kelly's effect is going to be. You got Blaine Gabbert playing quarterback. I am going to
10 seconds.
Toss a coin there and say that San Francisco at home pulls it out barely over the Rams.
I'm going to say the Rams.